Hey, what's going on, good people?
Coach, good to
Good
see you,
morning.
sir.
Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. I'm
Mm.
gonna give some time for a couple more people to get on. I'm not gonna try to hold you guys too long today, but I do want you to um we'll give them we'll give them a couple more minutes, but I do want you to just if you have any questions or any things, challenges, think about those so we can I want to spend time, helping in that department, not necessarily, you guys hearing from me per se about, any specific thing. Obviously, there's a lot to be focusing on, at this particular point in the year. But so yeah, just we'll give it a couple more minutes and then we're gonna give it a couple more minutes for others to join. But then, like I said, have your thoughts together. And yeah, like, any thank you for that. Any wins and things you've been learning? Um, but I'll be right back with you guys in just a moment.
You guys have any wins? 2026. I missed last meeting. So if you guys
Mhm.
had your 2026 wins last time, I missed it.
What's up? Sorry, I came in late.
No, you're good, OG. Huh? What about you, Chrissy? You here with us? Mm-mm-mm. Lisa, how's the coaching
Sorry
going?
about that. Yes, I am here. Just multitasking at the minute.
Understandable. Understandable.
Yeah, coaches, thanks for asking. Coaches is going good. My Thursday is actually my last day in class. We're fine. Yes. Um, yeah, I'm excited. It's bittersweet, but at the same time, I'm excited.
Heck yeah.
Um,
That's amazing. So is it like the program, are they going to get you placed with a coaching program where you coach people, or you're starting your own kind of practice?
my own. That's what they set you up for. They set you up for they teach you how to market it and do marketing and stuff like that, all type of stuff. It was worth it, well worth it. Um, so yeah, they teach you everything. They teach you the basic of coaching, the do's and don'ts, because we're not therapists, even though it's kind of
Mhm.
like the same, but we're
Mhm.
not. We have to be careful. So if they teach you all that stuff at the beginning, and the second part was more so teaching, like I said, the marketing and getting clients, doing sales and all that type of stuff.
Nice.
Um, Still having to do assignments and stuff like that and coaching each other. But yeah,
Very nice. That's killer.
thank
Yeah,
you.
coaching is a very, very lucrative market. That's King Solomon's business model. It says that people came from across the world just to ask for his wisdom. So that's what people are gonna do to you.
I receive it. Thank you.
I'm excited.
Thank
All right. We're here, and that was listen, Damien. If you want to flow, sir, I mean, you're already killing it, So, what else? What would you like to? What would you like to add to the group? You were flowing. I don't want to stop you.
Um, I'll say I I really received when I think it was really right before it was the week before New Year's. Coach was telling us, listen, y'all, what are you about to launch in 2026? And I was like, "Ah, there's something brewing in my spirit, and I really been thinking about it. But I launched some things. So even though it may look messy at first, there's a book that I read called Atomic Habits that talks about how move slow but never backwards and don't stay stagnant. Oh, and Coach JT literally posted something like that today. So I've been moving, doing my best to follow the wisdom of those around me, and I launched one of my coaching things. I made my first 3 sales, so it's
Oh,
exciting.
awesome, awesome, awesome. You know the funny thing, Damien? I keep hearing about this book, Atomic Habits. Let me see if I have it. But there are people who have read that book. Do I have it? I have to check my home library. But there's people who read that book that they keep basically saying, "Oh, what you said is like in the time I have." And I promise you, I've not read this book one time. So,
Yeah.
there are just some divine orders and principles that we recognize that are just some are innate, some are learned, some are just beyond. And I'm thankful. You also pointed out something. I do want to encourage everyone to take Damien's point. And his point was basically, I'm going to use a post that I just made, which is basically saying, even if you take 10 to 15 minutes on something a day, it's better than waiting for the perfect time. And I want you to really think about those opportunities you have, whether it competes with scrolling on your phone, something that you're watching, a comfort, moment or time. Where do you have opportunities to add that 10 to 15 minutes? And I when I posted it, I was like, I know there's some worker bees out there, some workaholics that love to dive in. And man, I don't like no sleep, man. I like to spend hours. That's fine. I'm not talking to those people. They already got that part figured out. They already know how to grind and get it. I'm talking to the people that would rather think, and think again before they do anything. And you have to be okay with things not being 100% perfect in order to get movement. Unfortunately, guys, our time is running out for excuses, and we won't have the luxury of, let me say it like this, and this is not to this is to alarm you, not to scare you, but an alarm is meant to get your attention. It's going to be a little bit more dire and detrimental if you miss the opportunity you have right now to get ahead than generations before that became obviously to some degree what we've been accustomed to, not having. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to not have. And what a time to be alive. And the interesting thing is this: do not let the perceived time frame you have not create a sense of urgency. Because what will happen is this, and I've been saying this since the beginning of this community, you have to act as if the Lord Jesus himself is returning in a matter of time, where you want to have things in such a way that even if he chooses to extend that time and not return, your life is just so beautiful, so immaculate. However, if it was truly the time where he were to say, I'm coming, I'm here, that you would see, I'll make sure I got everybody in, that you will see that what you chose above all things was to steward what he gave you until his return, which what the scripture says, occupy till I return. So the 10 to 15 minute rule really is, if you do that at a minimum, you've still done more than absolutely nothing. But this is what it also does. It takes the pressure off of, man, I got to spend an hour. But guess what? In 15 minutes time, you may be in such a groove that you now can just easily carry over to an hour or let's incrementalize it. Carry over to 25, 30 minutes. Carry over to 45, an hour. And just like that, you took all the pressure off of trying to make something right, trying to make something perform, and you just said, no, I gotta nick away at it. Just like chopping a tree, which is not something a lot of people have to do nowadays. But I can assure you, I have experience chopping wood. And what I can tell you is you don't go into the mentality of chopping like it's going to be fast or it's going to be easy. You go into it with an understanding just a little bit, as long as I'm consistent. And here's the interesting thing. It takes you longer to actually completely chop if you keep bouncing around the places that you're chopping. You got to have a consistent I was gonna say, let me say, how would I say? You got to have a consistent rhythm, and you got to have a consistent aim. What are you aiming at that you are consistently knocking down? Boom, 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 boom. Now notice this. There's a few different techniques with chopping. If you don't know, there's a bunch of craftsman or woodman competitions that you'll find that they've made this thing sport. But there's people that like to just go straight in, and then there's people that like to chunk it, meaning they go above, under, above, under, above, under, above, under. Before you know it, they get this big old wedge that looks like that, right? The point is not whether that method is better than another method. The point is they found what works for them. So it is very, very important that you guys are working, nicking away, 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 nicking. Do not let, and this is my advice to you, do not let a single day go by that you are convincing yourself that you have time. Now, is that the same as, you know what, I need to take a moment because I've been going in hard in the paint? No, it's not the same. That's, you have output. It's calculated. You know, man, I've been going very hard. It's kind of like when you go to the gym, you have a consistent gym schedule. You're like, nah, man, I need to take a day off for recovery. It makes sense. So I love what you said there, Damien. What else you want to add? Because I think you got some flow in you today. What else you want to add?
Same thing like what you were saying about you just do it a little at a time. Like I'm gonna mention something that I think Lisa already read the book, so she knows what I'm talking about. But there's four layers to making something become a habit. You have to, number one, make it obvious. Number two, make it attractive. Number three, make it easy. And number four, make it satisfying. So there was an experiment where a guy said, I bet you I could lower everybody's blood sugar in this workplace without telling anybody. And what he did was he went to the cafeteria and saw that the soda was at eye level and he just switched it out with water. So he made it obvious, and statistically, their blood sugar actually went down. So he made it obvious. Um, another thing is, another example is right now I am selling a weight loss offer. And anyone who knows anything about like trying to change your diet, you can't just switch from eating junk food to super healthy foods immediately. It's you end up burning out, people feel like they're starving themselves. So it has to be attractive, it has to be obvious, and it has to be satisfying enough that you can make it repeatable. So like when you do these little tiny habits, it's like what Coach JT does right now. Like doing these calls are easy enough that he can just pop his phone up on his office and he just talks to us. So it's easy, obvious, attractive, and satisfying because then he gets to hear like about everybody's wins. So same thing, small wins. Coach, you're on mute.
I just said something that y'all should have heard. It was, man, it was life changing. Um, ironically, the other day, and I'll be honest, this is a journey for us all, and I'll be transparent. I started a lot of things not knowing the business of it, like how it works. Like for instance, I literally wrote books to help people. But the act of writing a book itself it's a business move. It's not just to help people. People will be helped as a byproduct of the information. But you don't spend your time writing a book expecting, oh man, New York Times bestseller. But okay, so what? You get on the bestseller list. Guess what? The way these things work is it's a percentage on the back end. And let's say you were a big publisher, it's no different than how entertainment acts work. They get a percentage. So even self-publishing, you're sharing a percentage with said, KDP, Barnes and Nobles, whatever. The only way you, in terms of, should be focusing on the mere money-making aspect of your book is when you've built an audience at a sizable point that you're going direct to consumer and you're able to reap more of the margin. So what am I saying here? I didn't even know any of this. And we're at this place now where the things that are now being put together, the things that I'm putting together, if they don't move the dial, if meaning, and again, I've never been trying to move a dial. I've just really been trying to take what God has placed in me and put it in people and help people. But something strange happened in 2025. I became ambitious. And anybody know the Grinch Who Stole Christmas? Is that what it's called, right? Yeah. The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Remember that part where it says, and something happened that day. His heart grew 3 times, his heart that was too small grew 3 times larger. That, in a similar sense, happened where I was minding my business and I said, oh, wait a minute. I've been coasting. I've been coasting. I haven't been ambitious. My issue, unfortunately, is, and it's a good issue, I wouldn't trade it. I just believe all things are possible by God, that he can do anything, anything I set my thoughts in my, I didn't know what to want for. It's like, I can have that. I know. It's like, but the thing about ambition is it's something that is something that excites you. It's not that, like, I kid you not. Some of you, if $1 million showed up on your doorstep tomorrow, you would stop all pursuits of what you're saying you want to do. And you'd be like, I got $1 million. I can tell you with every ounce of me, I would use that $1 million for sure. But that thing would not fill a void at all. Like, it would be such a, I haven't earned it with these yet. And that's what I'm saying. The whole idea of growing in the space, I never saw it. I never saw it. And it wasn't until I went to go see the OG, Myron Golden. And I'm a spiritual man. I understand atmospheres. And I understand at some point you get to a point where you stop trying to prove something and you understand what you must be, and you understand who you are. So as I'm looking around and I understood the room, the environment, I had to ask myself, what is it that I don't know that is keeping me from moving forward in this way? And I found the answer that would help me to unlock the ambition. Again, it's not enough to just say you want something if you're not willing to go after it. Some of you, not all of you, people in general, you can say you want something, but the moment your job promotes you, I'm good at, man, you know what, I'm actually good. You know what, I don't want that. And that's what I mean. How do you stay locked? And one of the things that I discovered was God graced me to do a lot of things accidentally or just naturally without me understanding a lot of the mechanisms of how it all worked together. But even helping individuals do the exact same things and not think about any kickback or nothing and seeing it work for them. And I'm thinking, cool, good for them. And it's like, come on, man. Like, now it's time to step this thing up. And one of the things I noticed was Jesus himself, can y'all still hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Hold on. So I
Yep.
didn't know I could get a call while on a Zoom. Hold on. Hold on. One more. Jesus himself, this is gonna blow your mind if you are indeed super religious. Jesus was a businessman. Jesus was all about themselves. Y'all think Jesus was about them souls. He was about themselves. Jesus knew I have to present things in such a way to convince you this is what you want. Jesus knew, let me position myself in areas where the desire for what I have is greater. Some people view sales as you got to convince or change people's minds. And a lot of the times, that's when you're working too hard. What you have to and should be looking for is how can I promote and market who I am, what I have in such a grand way that whoever is looking for me knows how to find me. Now, notice this. In the current coaching structure that I've observed, the patterns of things, and I've told you guys for so long now that there's absolute no reason you should not be, if that's part of your, and everybody, every single person, doesn't matter what you're actually doing, even if you have a cleaning business, Griselle, you still can create these additional opportunities for yourself because you're an expert in your field. But notice this. The structure that you see happen is in today's coaches, and it's been like this for the beginning of the time. Shouts out to the OG, Tony Robbins, one of the OGs. You gather people, whether it is a completely free or low cost ticket price. You gather people. People understand that they're getting access to some, not all of the information. But they're willing to get and take some of what they did not know versus leave that what they did not know on the table and not know anything. So they will always show up. They'll always pay that. They'll always it'll be free or they'll always pay that nominal fee to get in the room to see what is that sum of the information I don't know. Now notice this, what these guys do is now they got you in the room, you spend time hearing story, hearing impact, and seeing results that you know you want. and they position themselves as the one who can get it for you. Every single time, and if you're a skeptic, this turns you off, but just because you've not been a pattern, it's not been about pattern recognition for you. Every single time, towards the end, there will always be an offer for more, an offer to connect, an offer for a greater experience so that there can be a later greater outcome. Not just enough in that moment, but a later greater outcome. And you know what they offer? They offer to walk with you, to walk through something with you. And you know what happens? In order for you to take advantage of them holding your hand, walking through something with you, it comes at a cost. And you know, I used to think, man, ridiculous. I ain't paying no 10,000, no whatever. That's ridiculous thinking to say that I'm not going to do something when I know by doing that, that changes the playing field, that changes the game. Now, my point is, whatever that nominal fee is, it's a sacrifice, but it's a sacrifice to say, yes, I want what you have. Now, tell me, based on what I described, how Jesus did not do that exact same thing. Jesus came, gathered people, performed teachings, miracles, healings. He showed people, I have something that you want. Made people, oh my, I want that. And then what did he do? He said, my Father in heaven. No one comes to the Father but through me. He is introducing the higher offer that people now today, unfortunately, still don't see, that a lot of the business models that we use is, if anything, extracted directly from the Bible. He said, let me corral the people and let me showcase something for them, and then let me give them another opportunity for greater. Something that will walk with them, something that will be with them, something they have to sacrifice for. Lisa, I see your hand. Talk to me.
So I do have a question about, so I wanted to start, well, I am going to start a podcast. And I was just thinking when you said about offering people offering them something, I was like, do you think I could offer coaching with that? Just like something
Um, Go ahead.
okay, adding like because I'm still trying to find a platform and I wanted to offer something, but I didn't know if it should be, I know you talked about courses, but I also was like, well, maybe I could start off with the coaching individually. Is that a good
So,
idea? I'm just getting advice. That's all.
no, I copy. You. Here's what I'll say to you. Guys, this is being strategic. Do absolutely nothing. Do absolutely nothing that does not lead to something else. Make sure everything you're doing is leading to something else.
Got it.
If you're going to be doing, this is just my advice. If you're going to be doing a podcast, now, like for instance, I put some stuff on YouTube for the Beyond series because that particular one was just something I wanted in the atmosphere, like
Mm.
nothing I wanted to make of, but I think in this time of brands and authenticity, it's really all about what do you have to say? What do you have anything to say? Who are you really? And I took some of the most controversial things that I could still later promote. But I took some of the most controversial things and I put it out there and simply said, these are my thoughts, and I'm owning this, right? Now, what I want you to take from that is, sure, there's content you can give, and you should. However, make sure that what you are, when you start to push and go, you have something that they can plug into also. I'll give you an example. Let's say you start the podcast tomorrow. Let's fast forward. How do you end the podcast?
From my understanding, you said offer something.
Nah, but right now, how would you end the podcast?
Naturally, I would end it with a prayer. If you mean like an episode, like if I'm ending the episode, I would end it with a prayer.
Okay. So you would say, all right, guys, thank you for coming. God bless you. I want to pray for you. You pray, and I will see you next time. Is what you're saying, right? And not in those exact words, but in this sentiment.
Yes. I'm not sure
Okay.
at this point. I don't feel confident right now. I don't.
Okay. No, that's why we ask questions. Because this is a real thing. What would keep them coming back? How would you know? Let me just put it like this. I'll say something controversial. At this point, content is not about views, it's about impact. And more people are watching, more people are indeed watching silently than the ones that are engaging. And you want something for those people. You don't want to look and see a video and see 3 views. And I'm not saying you would have 3 views, but those things exist. I've been there. And you see 3 views and you go, okay, I'm working. The next time I see 5 views. No, what if you had 3 views and then that led to 3 life-changing sales for you, life-changing coaching for you? Just imagine. People will be looking at your videos going, she only got 15 views. But what if out of the 15 you converted because you left something for them to connect with you? You converted 2 to 3 of those people into, let's say you have a $3,000, $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 offer, $10,000 coaching opportunity. I know offer is such a popular word. And what if 2 to 3 of those 15 views, because you put it in the video, hit you up like, hey, look, I would like to take advantage of your 5,000. Look, I would like to take advantage of your 2. I would like to take advantage. You could, in just one single video, have made more in a month than you've done in several months, all just because. So my point is, make sure that you do not look at it as I got to have things perfect. It's not what I'm saying. Make sure you have something going on that they can connect with you, even if, and this is my advice, even if you got to post something, a video, and you got to create a Google form and you create a QR code, and all you're saying to people, if you want to say connect with me, want to learn more, scan this QR code and I'll reach out. Even if you got to keep the momentum going.
Okay.
Because I'm going to tell you how it works. You're giving people, and these are popular terms people, saying today, funnel, right? You're giving people an opportunity to not only show their interest, but for you to have high confidence that they want more of what you got.
Okay.
And by the time someone is watching your video, and even if at bare minimum, all you guys a QR code to a Google form to fill out, they fill out the Google form, that's already 2 tiers right there. they watched my video and they filled out this form. Man, let me make sure I got something for them. Let me make sure I reach out. Let me make sure I put them on the email list. And guess what? Now you got them on the email list. Now what are you doing? Let me give them something cool and encouraging, but let me also drop something in there for them. I heard someone say something like a ebook, something like that. Hey, look, download this ebook. All you're doing is making people want more of what you have, because you're in the trust building game at this point. And I'll be honest with you, there will be, and I'm not saying in a revolutionary kind of way, but I do believe, and I've not heard anybody say this, so you can take it how you take it, there will be a form of AI fatigue. Already, there's advancements that's going to happen for sure, but already you see that AI is really able to take over a lot of things we do right now. They could simulate a Zoom call. If somebody prompted it, hey, put a few people, make it look like, Zoom call. I didn't realize it wasn't a camera, my bad. Put a few people, make it feel like it's a Zoom call. And you see right now, they're competing with just a normal influencer's bread and butter. You see this.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to get tired. People are going to accept the entertainment value, but then people are going to, like, the whole thing of what makes things valuable is what it can produce for you. So when you start thinking, is that AI? Is that real? When that's still your conversation, you're not escaping and enjoying it. You're still in an analytical state. Take it from me. I'm an analytical by nature. I'm going to tell you something. Analyzing is not enjoying. Analyzing is, that's why sometimes people go see movies 2-3 times. First time they were like, oh man, is it gonna happen? I don't know, is this good? Then they come out the movie like, oh, that wasn't so bad. Oh, well, let me now go to enjoy it. Then they go back to the movie to enjoy it, and they be like, oh man, that was pretty good. Then they go, oh well, let me see if I'm gonna go back a third time. Let me see if I missed something. It's like, so we're in a better position than you realize. And this is what I want you to understand. Even in your shyness, if that's who you are in your authentic manner, you're better off than trying to wait until one day where I feel like doing it now and I can give them this energy, but the next video your energy is gonna be down like this because just the kind of the way you were and da da da. Then the next day you're gonna be like, all right guys, I'm back, and ha ha ha. But then you're better off just, who am I? Who am I consistently? That's who I'm going to be. I got a note from a very close person to me, a mentor named Prophet Lowy, and he was like he's like JT, man, I'm loving your videos. I'm loving your videos. I'm watching them, actually watching them. I'm loving your videos. I was like, I appreciate that. Thanks. He's like, but I'm like, what? He's like, it's like they don't feel like you. You know what I'm saying? Because there's an in-camera persona, off-camera persona. And I'm like, well, explain what you mean. He's like, you're more of a blunt guy. See, you're more direct. In your videos, you're kind of like nice. He's like, man, just be you. And the more I thought about it, the more I understood where that comes from is, it's something that supersedes, but it comes from experiences that led you to think that you have to present yourself a certain way to be accepted. And you're not, and I've experienced not being everyone's cup of tea. I've experienced ruffling feathers. I've experienced. So at some point, you can easily think it's you. You can easily think you got to change. You easily think, man, I want to people please. There's various elements of that can cause you to choose not to be who you are. But then, and only then, when you get tired of what people really have to say, you'll see that you really unlock a whole group of people that want to hear what you have to say. So typically it's not a typical note. We don't usually talk about things and, like that, but we've had a chance to chat a little bit about, what I'm doing currently. And that means it's if someone can take notice to take time to talk to you about it, that means it is impactful. It just has more room to be more impactful. And they can see that. So I'm saying very similarly, I struggle with that, holds you up sometimes. But I'm a bit very, listen, I appreciate you, Andre. Authenticity is so important because it helps attract your, listen, can I be a little transparent with y'all? My birthday was on Monday. And I had a so-so Friday prior to that Monday. And that weekend was just a little, lack of a better description. Certain personalities, no matter who they're with, can feel like they're by themselves. Does not matter. You can just feel like something's not being, you are of the service of others, but the only person that can truly understand you and the only person you can really fall in the arms of is God himself. There's not a single soul that can exist that can do a thing. And that in itself can feel like no one understands, et cetera, et cetera. And so, here I am, and I'm experiencing, this interesting moment and things. And my birthday came on Monday, and I already know what's going to happen. Social media, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. But what happened was, and some of your very messages, I noticed, but then there was others. And I noticed you know what, thank you for what you've done, your impact, da, da, da. And I've seen it across platforms and things like that. And that's when I came to the realization, sometimes you're a little out of place because you've yet to build your tribe. Sometimes things don't make sense yet because you've yet to build your tribe. You've yet to build the thing God said, I need you to go off or go out and do. And with that comes not for the praise of people, but there is a nourishment and a fulfillment that only God still provides, that you realize because you were sent to serve a group, you are able to attract those who not only need you, but you also, in a sense, need yourself, because there's a two-way street here. Businesses need customers. Churches need congregants. So I don't lose track of time. I said we weren't going to be here long. But I'm saying all that to say that moment, and to I think Andre's point, that helped me to see a very, very simple thing. Guys, be in the process of building your own kingdoms. You have kingdoms to build that are extensions of the kingdom. You have kingdoms to build that are extensions. He said, he said he was adding on to my point. I don't know what point that was. I just saw your statement, but I appreciate you. But you got kingdoms to build. You have kingdoms to build. And remember what I said last call. Remember what I said last call. If you are not enjoying the lavishness of life, the luxuries of life, the ease of life, that I can go wherever I want to today because nothing else really is demanding my time of life, that you know what, let me just get on a plane and go to France just to get some whatever of life. That was not your fault. That's your grandparents' fault. So forgive mom and dad. Mom and dad is not a part of this equation for you. Grandparents were supposed to make sure you were good. Maybe they left something of value. I don't want to discredit it and make it seem like it has to be monetary. Because some people have rich, fulfilled lives and they're just comfortable, and that's totally okay if that's who you are. But I'm saying for you who are listening to me today, if that's not your reality, then you give mom and dad a pass. You understand that grandma, grandpa didn't do it. And guess what you got to do? Build it. It's on you today. It's not on mom and dad, please. Mom and dad, their time was what there was. Now, if mom and dad are building for your grandchildren, absolutely. I mean, your children, great job, mom and dad. For you, though, okay, thanks, mom and dad. We're good. I have to go now. I have to think about my children's children now. Mom and dad, what you're doing is great. Keep my children in mind. I got to go build for my children's children. You see how that works? So don't be so concerned about I'm just, I mean, I do it. Hey, yeah, man, good luck. Hey, how about, man, what I'm saying? We just got here getting it. Don't be so concerned about that. There'll be points to enjoy. There'll be points to enjoy. But and I know y'all seen basketball games on television. And you see there's the courtside seats. Those are the show me people. They want to show what they got. They want to show, hey, I was there, hey, courtside. Show me people. Then there's tiers to that thing, right? There's tiers. There's all kinds of seats. Those are the people that's like, yeah, that's my guy. Those aren't the people that are just casually like, woo. No, those are the people that are locked in. And then there are the people, and you've heard of nosebleeds, even those people, yeah, go, come on, man. And then there are those people that are in a very unique, specific area in that arena. And it's called a luxury box. And those people, sometimes watching the game, sometimes talking to their mate, they getting things done while in an environment only because it's in a cool environment. What am I saying? What's the takeaway? The takeaway is this. Who are you right now? Are you a show me person? Are you a fanatic so focused on the successes of others that you live vicariously through their performance? Or are you someone that is so focused on being in environments where you get things done? This is not a pep talk. This is a prep talk. It's time to prepare. Now, with that being said, for the sake of frequency, we're going to break up the amount of on-camera communications. Because when we talk, we need movement. We need some real, hey, what, man, I was working through this type stuff. While this is happening, there are additional things that are in the works that ultimately we're going to reveal and go from there. So I want you guys to understand, as much as I enjoy seeing your wonderful faces and spending this time, I would rather be so busy working on an event we all can come to that we now grow it beyond. Listen, we can have 50 to 100 people at this event. I don't know these 50 to 100 people personally, but I know you guys. So we can all go get something to eat whilst all that's going on, and then come back and have an amazing time. But I would also, in that same vein, I would love to just see you winning. So on that note, I think it's fair to say that starting February, probably going to reduce it to like once a month, maybe right there in the middle. And because we're where we are right now, we'll have a couple more calls for the end of this month. And then we're going to go to once a month. And then we got to get it, guys. Griselle, what you think about that? Because what do you say about that, Griselle?
I think that's a good idea, and it's like it feels like natural progression, and it's going to encourage all of us to have focused goals and then to have time to execute them and then come back with questions or come back with results and all that.
Couldn't say it better. I just called on you because you seem the most against it. The look on your face said no. Yeah. Andre, what do you think about that?
Yes, I like it. I just feel like
My man.
every week we come and we do. I love it and I appreciate it. We talk a lot, but I would love to see us make more progress over talking. And I think once
For
a
sure.
month, yeah, I agree with the whole focus thing. But then I think you're gonna have to be ready for us to be like, JT, I did this. So, but
Because
it's
at the
gonna be
end of the day, yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, time is our greatest commodity. And I was sharing something since I mentioned the prophet. I called the I called the prophet. I was like, because he gave me a birthday shout out. It was pretty awesome. And he put a little statement up there that really was like, oh shoot. And he said these things to me privately before. You know what I'm saying? No big deal. Like, I appreciate the love. And I just jokingly said, hey, look, you gonna give me some business talking like that about me, You got 1.1 million followers and you're putting across your platforms, this guy, yada 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 yada. What he said exactly? Something about.
The
He said your
chief or something.
brilliance is. Go ahead. You
He
remember it
said
better than
something
me.
like the chief or something like that. The chief man
Yeah,
or something.
he goes. Happy birthday to the boss, the general. And he goes, my son. And then he said, your brilliance is a spiritual endowment given by God Himself, or something to that degree. I mean, that is powerful. And I said, oh My goodness. And I must give honor where honor is due. He always used to say to me, JT, you're a businessman. And I know you're probably thinking I've been knowing that for a long time. No, I've been in business for a long time, but never saw myself as a businessman. Why is that? Because the father that I serve has always opened doors for me. I took it as my life is, they just unfold in my favor. No real ambition. God, yeah, how I'm ended up owning a company that I did not ask for. Who does that? Who just gets it? Here you go, and you didn't build it like from the ground. You get hired, you learn it, you buy it, and then you sell it. Who? I'm like, what? This is my life. And that's just a small example, right? But then I remember he used to say, "You're a businessman. You're a businessman." And what I did not understand is like the way when it was said, it would go like this in one ear and out the other. Until one day, I'm like, "Wait a minute. There's a reason why you're saying this repetitive thing because I'm not analyzing or thinking about what you're saying. I'm just existing in my being and just letting God do Him." And then it's when I finally got it. I said, "It's not about whether I heard it or not. It's about ownership. Do I own it or not?" When was the last time you owned it? When you look in the mirror, what are you owning? Uh, not this year, next year. Maybe one day. You know what? If only I was taller. If only my hair was longer. Uh, you know, none of that stuff matters. So, Damien, since you started the call so strong, what do you want to say? What are your thoughts?
I'm just excited for what's to come. There's already I know you and I were thinking about talking about some ideas, and even just on this
Oh,
call, I'm getting excited about a lot of things. Actually, just question, how does everyone here already have something to offer? Like something they're already like whether you've sold it yet or not, like does everyone have an offer right now? You can just show your hands if you do. Andre, I know Chrissy. And then Grisel,
What do you mean by offer?
like any anything, well, not necessarily sell, because like Chrissy's not selling it yet, but it's an offer. Like she has an ebook that I think is for free, but basically there's
Oh,
a
like
phrase,
a deal,
yeah, just
like
something to like give to
added
people.
on.
that's all it is. Is this offer is the very popular term used
Yeah.
now, but it really is just um an extended opportunity to take advantage of.
Hmm.
It literally is an offer though. It just it's widely used, but it has been around for the longest time. How do you know this? You ever seen an infomercial and they say, "And for a special one-time offer, we want to give you this, da, 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 but only if you act today." It's always these things have just been right in front of us. So to ask to for any clarity point, do you guys have something outside of an initial thing that would allow you to impact people's lives in a way that gives you an opportunity to make more or additional income? Product and or service, absolutely. And if not, I believe Damien, you wanted to say something because there's tiers to this thing. Like I've
Mhm.
not I've not taken on the offer part of life just yet, helping people craft their joints, but it is a part of. It's a very lucrative place.
Mm,
Yeah,
I would like help in that area if it's possible.
I think I'm a little too excited today. I think my energy levels I'm really excited right now. But yeah, something that Andre is like everything you guys are saying is like so like what Andre said is like, okay, I want to get not just movement, but I want to get some real progress going. So in here, I can speak from myself. It's super beneficial for me to even just hear Coach talk. It's just really good for me to get my mind right and understand if I'm moving and doing business in the way that God wants me to. But now that being said, I think just from the feedback that Andre mentioned and something that like you guys is your guys' biggest challenge right now is that I don't know what to offer, or is it I don't know how to offer it? Because, for example, like Chrissy has the ebook, she's got her offer, but it's like, okay, shoot, I don't know how to make content, or I don't know how to tell people about it, or I don't know how to sell, I don't know how to persuade. Or is it more like Grisel's thing? I don't even know how to offer. I don't know what to make to benefit people. So like I guess put a one in the chat if you don't know what to offer or you don't know how to hone your offer, or two in the chat, I have an offer but I don't know how to sell it or give it. One, okay. Lisa one. And then Andre and Chrissy, you guys both have offers, so you guys are both two. Okay. Well, I guess we're a little evenly divided right here. So I know a little while ago, um, I think Apostle JT was maybe I think sick or something that day. So we did a call about like how to actually create an offer. So we can definitely talk about that more as well. But another thing that I was thinking of is, do you guys think it would be beneficial, Andre and Chrissy, do you guys think it would be beneficial if we like taught you how to actually make your offer? It's basically sales, but you could get coaching on like how to actually pitch it. That way it's more practical and it's like, okay, we've experimented it with it here, and then you guys can literally go practice that outside. Do you think that would be helpful, or is there something else that's a bigger hole?
He says, yeah, that would be cool. Good. Listen, these are the type of things that you learn, you do, you take, you teach, but they're the things that if I must give you some truth, don't be one and done with it. It's something that you have to keep going with. And results are only when you're active with something. So, for instance, what he says, let me go back. He says, and then we gotta jump off because my girls are here. He says, I've done like 6 shoots so far, but need to handle better pitching prices. So here's the thing. Let's use you as an example, right? They love your stuff? They love your stuff because they
Yeah.
chose you off of something, right? All right, cool. So y'all don't get confused. Some people put their best forward. Hey, for this and this, you get this, right? This space has become more as people are taking advantage of who you are or your product and or service. There is like a secret menu. There's like an additional thing that because of how they've partaked, how they've utilized your services, you can offer them additional time with you to get an advancement. Some people call it deals, but it's not really a deal. And I tell you, it's not really a deal. Deals focus on discounts. This is about your worth. So, as it pertains to photos, are you teaching for you? It would be less about the specific clients. And she's cool. It'd be less about the specific clients, and it's more about who wants to do what you do. The tribe of people that want to do what you do. How do you teach them? How do they reach you? You have to put something out there that's going to attract your mass. Let me say it even differently. Once what you put out there is going to attract a group. Within that group is going to be people who want to do more. And the thing and the mistake and the mistake that you can make is thinking you're budgeting for people and you're lowering your value and you're only going to put out this because you think everybody, like anybody who does coaching for the first time, I'm going to do $150 an hour. Get out of here, man. That's your value to you. And that's because you can't imagine somebody paying you $100 an hour to talk to you. But you get to a point where you're like, you're beyond that. 500, 700, 1,000, whatever, 5,000. And if you're at that point where it makes you cringe a little bit, it just means you have something to work towards. So what I'll do, Damien, if you're trying to connect, I got a jet,
Mhm.
but what I'm gonna do is let me see. I don't know how to do this anymore. Let me see. What I'll do is if y'all want to take additional time with Damien, I'm gonna make him host, and then I'm
Oh,
gonna
okay.
go ghost. And let me see, confirm. And again, just be on the lookout because there's nothing but pure elevation that is happening, and I want you guys to 100% be a part of it. So I love y'all. God bless y'all, and
Yep.
I'll
Thank
see
you,
y'all. I
coach.
gotta get these little girls out of here.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
all right,
Thank you,
all right.
coach. All right. Well, I'm gonna stay on for maybe like 15, 20 minutes or so. Ha! I'm excited as heck, guys. 2026 is about to go crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, um, I wanna we can break apart your guys' offers right now. And Chrissy or Lisa, or sorry, not Chrissy, Grisel or Lisa, which one would you guys want to offer? Which one wants to go first? And we can just give you what I'm not gonna do is create your whole offer yourself. I'm just gonna give you principles to like chew on. What do you guys think?
Um, so okay, so I have a house cleaning service, so it's like services.
Hmm.
So what would the offer be like? What would like I'm trying to like kind of catch
Yeah,
drift. Would it be like offering other services or offer like
yeah.
no, I'm not sure if I'm fully understanding.
Your your services are the offer. So there's like different offers. There's the I don't remember the exact terms right now, so I'm just gonna give it in definitions. Whereas like there's an offer that you give, or I'll say it with this phrase, before people pay you in proportion to the amount of value that you bring to the table, or people pay you in proportion to the amount that you impact their life, like what Coach said. And before people pay you money, they have to pay you with attention. So Chrissy, um, Chrissy has an ebook. It may not be to get attention, but in people getting her ebook, they're going to be paying her more attention. And if that attention was worth the value that they were expecting, they're gonna be like, okay, shoot, what else does Chrissy have? And then that you can maybe sell like a low ticket thing. In your case, I don't really know how you get your leads, but right now it sounds like your core offer is that you go and you help people clean their Airbnb Airbnbs. That is your core offer, which is it's really fire. That's already really a super beneficial service. But how you package it is the offer. So instead of saying, "Oh yeah, I clean people's houses," you can say, "I have my professional workers who have been here for 3 years or whatever." What I don't really know your exact business model, but you have to tailor it up because it's like your resume. The way that you pitch it to them is the way that they're going to receive it. So, yeah, can you like how would you pitch me your offer and then I'll see how we can hone it.
So I feel like I'm still trying to understand offer.
Shoot.
So
Yeah.
you're like you are packaging like what you do
Hmm.
in a more like impactful way, so to speak. So
Yeah. Like an offer
Wait,
is literally like Jesus offers us salvation. So so it's like anything is like, here you go. This is what I have. This is what I have for you. So Chrissy's like, okay, this is free. Here you go. Andre's like, this is not free. This costs this much, this much, this much, because this is the transformation that I'm gonna give you. Lisa is saying, listen, I'm gonna coach you up, I'm gonna change your life, and I'm gonna renew your mind from the inside out. I'm offering you not coaching, I'm offering you transformation. So for
mm,
you, what you're offering is I'm offering a clean house. I'm not offering you services, I'm offering you a clean house
like
for
for
this.
example, a clean house for like a very busy family or a busy mother's like more time with your kids.
That's fire. Exactly, exactly. So what your offer is like the thing that you are selling in exchange for their money.
Instead of them just looking at it as like monetary, just the monetary value, right?
Um, yes, I believe if I'm understanding correctly, what you're saying is that it's not about it's not about um the service itself, it's about the transformation, if that's what you're saying.
Um, yeah. Well, I'm just trying to understand what
I
you're saying.
know that's let
But
me
it's
see.
like
I'm
you're we're packaging our because it's true though, like and a lot of people don't see services in that way where it's like, oh yeah, some people are just coming to clean my house, but like it actually gives you like peace of mind. It frees up your time and like it could be beneficial to your health, like especially if you have pets in your house and stuff like that.
Yeah. So maybe I do want to get better at explaining things, so that's on me. So what we can do right now is we can talk about it in like examples for now, and then you can ask clarifying questions as we go. So we'll have Andre, can you pitch me your offer real quick? I'm a customer. I'm a prospect. Hey,
Okay,
so you do
cool.
photo shoots, man?
Um, so I don't actually know how to offer. I kind of just speak as is, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
I
do that.
usually I usually start by asking questions. So I don't focus more. Yeah, I ask questions usually. Um, I check if I run through what they need essentially. Like, is it a one bed? Do you have a one bedroom Airbnb? Do you have a two bedroom? Is it already staged? Do you only need professional photography, or would you like it to be staged also?
That's
Um, yeah.
Oh, sorry, go. I was saying that's wisdom. That's super, super good to ask what they need first. But if someone just met you, be like, "Hey, Andre, what do you do?"
So I take Airbnb investors, Airbnbs, um, stage it for them, take professional ambient photography, and um, basically help them create premium listings on Airbnb.
So you help them create premium listings on Airbnb. How do
Yeah.
you do that?
Uh, I don't know what to say. So because my background is in art directing, I know how to make things look good in front of the camera.
Mhm.
So I usually set up like sets for like either like a commercial or a music video. So with Airbnbs, I know how to make things look good in front of the camera. I set things up. Essentially, I'm like doing the interior design kind of, but making it look the way it should be for the photos. And then I take the photos.
That's fire, bro. That's exactly. So I'm gonna send Grisella and Lisa. I don't know if you guys saw me comment earlier, but I'm gonna use Andre's example of the value equation. This comes from a guy in the social media space, and he's on just he owns an he let me say it this way. He broke the world record a few weeks ago for most book sales sold in a in a launch. He made 109 million in 2 days. So he acquires companies and scales them from 10 million to 100 million. And he wrote a book teaching people how to do it. And this principle is from him. It's called the value equation. It's the ideal transformation. So, Andre, it's I help I help you make premium listings on Airbnb. So that's the ideal transformation. Times
Mm.
perceived likelihood of success. So you add that in there where it's like, I've helped X amount of people do this. I've helped 30 people create premium listings on Airbnb, and I did that, and then you on the bottom half of the fraction, you reduce time, sacrifice, and effort. So you say, um, I do this by taking pictures of all of your houses. You don't have to do anything but give me the keys, and I will edit the photos and do all these things for you. And in what the offer is that I'm gonna help you get more listings for your Airbnb. So that's how you would basically
Yeah,
run it through that formula. Grisel, it would be, okay,
that's cool.
um, is there like a niche that you're in, or is it just any Airbnb?
No, it's house cleaning residential homes.
House cleaning, residential homes. Okay, so it's like, oh, it's not Airbnb,
No.
just any residential. Okay, so it's like, okay, I hope, um, well, how would you define your audience? Like just people? I help people clean their house. Okay,
Yeah, people, so like families or my audience, I guess you could say is like families, older people,
okay.
and then and we have single people too, but it's mainly like families
Mainly
and
families. And is it because they're like busy and they don't have time to clean their house?
yeah.
Boom, there we go. There's your audience. So I help busy families keep a clean environment, ideal transformation, by perceived likelihood of success, which is by having my professional cleaning team who has been doing this for over 5 years um, clean their house in under 3 hours, and all you have to do is leave me the keys, and we'll send you the photos along the way to show the progress. It's like you just hone your offer. It's basically your elevator pitch. So, and then for Lisa, it would be like coaching. It would be like, okay, I help you transform your life through transform your life. I help you transform your life to increase your confidence. I'm just using that as an example. I help you boost your confidence. Um, and I've gone through X amount of schooling, increased perceived likelihood of success. Um, because I've gone through X amount of schooling, and here's the time sacrifice. Whereas like through only one call per week, and all you have to do is show up on Zoom, which is it's not even in person, show up on Zoom and be open. So that's your offer. And you guys can make this a lot prettier than me just spitballing, but that's basically what an offer is. Is that making sense?
So it's pretty much just like a description of what you do, but
Yes.
in an elevated manner where I'm not just like, I clean houses, like a
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
potential client. It's more like, we'll be saving you time. I feel like Andre could have actually mentioned that he'll be saving those people a lot of time because he
Yeah.
will be, because like, imagine someone with their iPhone trying to figure out like the angles and stuff. So I feel like his services really would save time
That
as
part.
well as mine.
Yeah,
Exactly.
naturally, I usually end up saying on the phone, but I guess on the spot.
Smooth. Nice. Well, basically what I had this idea I wanted to bring up to Coach JT where we'll basically, I mean, it might be for another offer. We haven't actually locked in to talk about this yet. But do you guys think it would be helpful where it's like you will practice pitching your offer and Coach JT will literally critique you saying like, okay, I like this, but change this and the way like you'll literally role play it. Like it's like Andre, or actually we can do a quick example right now if you guys have like a few minutes. Or Lisa, we could role play with yours too. I know we haven't talked about yours yet.
Well, I did have a question just to make sure so I was clear. Um, the offer, which would be for me would be like you said, the Zoom call, just getting on the Zoom call. Do you offer something else after that, or do you mean like Is that a one-time thing?
Well, so that depends on
Like
your
how does
offer. That depends on your offer. Like Coach JT has done, he's charged a lot of people for just, I mean, like a lot of money for just an hour of his time because that's the value that he carries. Now, for us, we only paid freaking, well, I didn't pay because I helped to build it, but um, gosh, I paid with time and energy. It was a lot. But um, you guys paid like $12 or $15 or whatever it is, and you guys get an hour of his time for like 1/100th of the price of how much it actually costs to spend an hour with him. So it really depends on the that's what the offer is. Because with offers, I'll tell you the four main offers that there usually are. There's an offer to get you in the door, like a like a like the Dominion Mindset Challenge. That was one. A lot of you guys joined from there. You had the one time you join one time, you're like, oh my gosh, this man is anointed. I need to learn. So you have that taste. Then from there, there's also the monthly recurring revenue offer, which is what you guys are in right now, school, where it's like people pay on a monthly basis. Then you have an upsell and you have a downsell. So the upsell is the high ticket thing that you sell. Um, and then a downsell is just if they can't afford the high ticket thing. So those are the four main offers, generally speaking, but it will vary based on your industry. I know it's a
okay.
lot of information. I might be overloading you guys, but
No, you're fine. I'll come back and watch it too, just to, you know.
Um,
yeah,
I know also for like, because I think we were literally talking about this in our session a few minutes ago about how you want to always like kind of like add, I don't know, find little opportunities to like make more money in a sense. Like for
yeah,
example, for me, we charge an additional price like if you want us to clean the inside of your refrigerator or your oven. So like I offer a basic cleaning, but if you want like that extra thing done, like that's an opportunity for me to make more money, by offering that thing. So I think we were kind of talking about that, where we like find opportunities to like make a little to make more on like our existing client, if that makes sense.
yes, that's called lifetime value. So that's actually a business term where it's like you whatever the well, that's a downsell. You just did it. You're doing it. You just don't know the vocabulary yet, but knowing the vocabulary is just going to help you when you ask questions and stuff. But that's a downsell. You have your core offer where you're selling them the services and be like, oh yeah, charge a little bit extra just to do this, and they're like, oh okay, yeah, sure. Um, yeah, and then you could offer other things where it's like, okay, yeah, we also can rake all the leaves in your yard or whatever you want to do. Yeah. So you got it. You're on that thing. Smooth. Does what are you guys thinking? You guys have any more questions or is that all making sense?
I
It's really
think,
good stuff.
yeah, I think like role playing would be good, and then also helping us come up with ways to like upsell and downsell. Like for each of our industries, that would be helpful. Because like that's all I got, the inside of the fridge or the oven, but I feel like there's like way more I could be doing.
Heck yeah. Oh my gosh, 2026 is gonna go so it's gonna be so good this year. Well, Grisel, how can we role play right now? Small one.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm one of your prospects. So how would you like pitch your service?
Um, I would say, well, now I'm like on the spot. I'd be like, well, here's the thing with me too. Like, I usually get my current clients from word of mouth.
That's good.
So I feel like I could also explore like, you know, um, getting them in other ways and then having more experience, like kind of getting people, I guess, in a cold way.
Yeah. Yeah. Um That's facts, and that's actually like I'm gonna keep mentioning frameworks just because not that I'm expecting you guys to remember it just off rip right now, but the more you say it, the more you talk about it, the more it'll generally stick. But yeah, there's primarily four ways to get clients. No, there's a lot more, but these are like four of the big ones, which is cold outreach, warm outreach, social media, and then ads. So word of mouth is warm outreach in a way. It's like you're connecting someone who you already know is connecting you with somebody else. Um, but at the same time, you still have to like know how to articulate it, and that's just something that we have to grow in. Like my pitch, my offer at first was so messy, and it's always the more you say it, the more you hear yourself say it, and the more you want to chop things off. So that's why it's good to just practice it. So however messy it is, we've all been there and we're all in that situation. Um, so how like say I'm a new person, I'm like, hey Grisel, how so yeah, I heard that you do house cleaning. I'm curious, what can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yes, I have a house cleaning business, and the way we work is we come to your house however often you would like it. Our most popular is every 2 weeks, but we can come every week or monthly. And what I usually do is I'll have a house cleaning estimate, so I'll come over your house and we'll have a walkthrough and go over everything you would like done. And then from there, I would give you a price, and if we agree on it, we would move forward with scheduling.
Smooth, what the heck? What are you talking about? That was good.
Thank you.
Hmm. That's literally, yeah, that's really it. Like I'm like right now, I told you guys I'm like on a fitness offer, and that's the way that you sell like high ticket stuff. Oh, what's generally the price range actually? This is not me being a prospect. This is me just asking you.
It literally depends on the house. Like we do apartments to regular houses to like mansions to gated communities. So it literally depends on, it's just like a big scale.
Okay, well, say highest, lowest, you think?
Like of price.
Uh-huh.
So, let me see. The lowest I think the lowest we have is like a 1 bedroom. And I think it's like, I don't know, let's say the lowest is like 100.
Mm-hmm.
And
100 bucks.
and then the highest is probably, well, yeah, but I'm giving you the outliers. I don't know if you want like the average, because the highest we have is like 400 each service, but it's like once a month, but it's a very big house.
Mm-hmm.
We're there for a long time.
Yeah. How, well, yeah, like how do you quantify what determines it being 400 versus 100? Like,
So
okay.
the way we do our pricing is like what work we're doing, how much work we're doing, and then also time too.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of factors that go into it. Like you can have the same house, but if one house is like just an older couple living there and another house has um kids and animals, like that house is gonna be more work. So more time, more money.
Yeah.
But it's
How
kind
about
of like now it's kind of like instinct where um I know like just by walking in a house, I know like about how long the labor would take to clean it. So it's like a mix of like three different things to get a price.
nice, nice. So, and then how long, like, how long does it take you to usually clean a house for the 400?
That one's like they're there for around 4 hours max, sometimes
4 hours.
less.
So 100 bucks an hour.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of freaking work. Yeah, I feel like you guys, this is just my opinion. You should ask Coach JT. You guys should definitely charge more than 400.
No, I think we should too.
That's
But also
crazy.
these are like clients that have been grandfathered in, but I definitely like raising prices is something that I need to do this year. Um, but I have a question real quick. You said that to get clients, it's cold outreach, warm outreach, and what was the third one?
Social media and ads, which is just this cold outreach and warm outreach at scale. So cold out warm let me say it this way. Ads are cold outreach to a bunch of people. Like cold outreach simply means that you're telling a person who doesn't know you about what you do and you try to close them. Ads are telling a bunch of people about what you do and trying to close them. Social media are people who have watched you for a long time and they know you, but like through social media. So yeah, there's that.
So
And there's
social media is like warm.
social media is warm, 100%. Because like even if we didn't know Apostle, like Andre just met Apostle JT in person freaking like 2 weeks ago. So, but that being said, he followed him on social media and met him like through the thing. So, yeah. And there was one more thing I wanted to say. That just No, I think we're already on good progress. Like just the fact that we have an offer. I know, yeah, Andre, I just met you too, technically. So, um, yeah, you have your offer, and then yeah, I mean, it seems like you guys have your offers. You have your offers. You just need to tailor it to make it pretty, and then the more you do it, the more it's going to be honed. Like for me, my offer was so long. Now for me, I'm kind of switching my offer, but I help educational content creators monetize. Yeah, I did. I got that from Alex Hormozy. I help educational content creators monetize their audience through through communities. So that's like primarily what I've done with Apostle JT. Like this school community is because we built the structure. I saw how many followers he had. I saw the amount of influence he had, the type of influence he had, the niche that he was in. So from there, you tailor make whatever it is that you're selling. And then when you pitch it, Andre has a beautiful way of doing this. And actually you too, because you said you check on the house first. You ask them whatever it is they need and you sell them whatever it is they need. Even if it's the same package, the way that you say it is based on what they need. You hone in on their pain points. So it's like if I was to pitch Lisa on coaching, yeah, if I was to pitch Lisa, I would be like, okay, so Lisa, what made you want to reach out to us and for life coaching? And she'll be like, I'm struggling with my confidence. I'm struggling with this, and this. Um, and I'm like, okay, dang, yeah, tell me more about that. And they'll just go deep and tell me all of the problems that they have. And over there, this is gonna sound bad, but I'm like loading bullets. Like she's telling me like, okay, I have this problem. I have this problem. Oh, okay, you're struggling with confidence. You're struggling with your relationships. You're struggling with this. All right, got it right here. Keep it at the hip. I'm like, okay, sweet. Not sweet, but it's like obviously we care about the people, so we want to help them. Um, but then what we do is we go like, okay, how long have you been doing this? So now they're in a state where they're sitting in that pain of their problems. Then you ask them how long they've been dealing with it and what your job as a person who's pitching. A lot of people will put off their problems. So it's like your duty as someone who carries something value. Actually, this is salvation. Literally salvation, where people are gonna not go to the right place if you don't make it aware to them. Okay, yo, sin is a real thing. Sin is a real thing, and if you keep living in it, you're gonna perish. So first thing you need to do is you need to ask them about their problems, and then you keep all the problems. How long have they been dealing with it? How often does it come up in their life? How does it make them feel? What's gonna happen if they don't make a change? Then they're sitting in this feeling like, oh shoot, this is the feeling I've been avoiding. I need to make a change. I don't know what it is. So you've brought them from completely problem unaware to problem aware. Then you got to make them solution aware, saying, "Oh, don't worry though. You're in this pain. There's a solution." And then there's a lot of solutions. Okay, well, there's this competitor, there's this competitor, there's this competitor. Then the last one is make them product or service aware. So then you tell them exactly why your service is specifically tailor-made towards them. Oh, you're struggling with confidence? I went to schooling for specifically helping people on how to boost their confidence through this technique, and this technique. So no matter what it is for the house, you tailor make the pitch to what it is that they need, even though it's the same offer. Make sense? What questions actually do you guys have? Or if that's making sense, then it's all good.
It's making sense. I feel like Lisa could do like a little questionnaire,
Yeah. Yeah,
for her online clients, and then she'll know their pain points.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
do have that set up already through Google format. Just set up, I just have to get used to just get it moving, basically. So that's one of he did mention that. Thank you, Giselle, for saying that. So that is one that is an offer, kind of sort of, right? Or is that one of the offers? Or something to
That's called market research. So I don't know if
yeah.
you guys remember when you guys signed, not signed, when Apostle JT posted the thing where it's like, okay, if you want 50 free ways to use AI in your business, you get that for free. That is an offer. Do you guys remember that? Lisa, do you? Oh no, you
I
don't remember
came
the
through
letter.
Dominion. I don't the
Yeah.
last Dominion that he had, I don't remember that,
Yes.
but
Okay.
that's
Well,
Yeah, I
Apostle
remember
JT
that.
did a market research thing, and where he posted a poll. Are you a Christian looking to attain financial freedom? Yes. Okay. Next story. Okay. Well,
yeah.
I have listed 100 ways to 100 ways to implement AI in your business. That's the offer. In exchange for you helping me understand what you need. So we traded information for information. That was my offer. Or that was Apostle JT's offer. And then we traded that. Guess what? Now we have more research. We understand what to sell. And then with that research, we created a community based on what it is that you guys needed, tailor made it to what you guys actually needed. Me, myself, also, too, because a lot of the stuff I'm always learning too. So we tailor made that. And then from the way that we marketed it, we, what is the word? Targeted exactly what the problems were. So that would be market research. And I guess an offer, if you offer something with it.
So would that be like with the when I said I know coach said about the when I said about the me doing a podcast, right? I can do the format after that, offer them something that's well, I keep saying offer, but that could be like sort of a marketing, right? That leads to something else.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And you can lead it to people's philosophies differ. So yeah, just lead them somewhere that they can get to know you more deeper.
Okay.
But yeah, I do gotta hop off quick very soon. But that being said, Lisa and Grisel, is it making sense? You guys know what your offer is now? I know you still gotta write it out, but you understand the framework?
Yeah, it's basically just describing your service
Hmm.
in an attractive way, right?
That's exactly what it is, yeah. And then how to pitch it is just asking questions on what they need and tailoring it to what they need.
Okay, yeah. It makes sense now. Thank you. It took me a while to
Yeah.
get there.
No, no, it's all good. It's all good. It took me
Me too,
freaking
Giselle. Don't worry, you're not alone.
smooth. Well, do you guys think that just now this is me doing market research. Do you guys think it would be helpful to do something like that where you pitch your offer to somebody like somebody in the community live with Apostle JT on there and he'll basically be like, okay, this was good. I want you to change this.
Yeah, I think that would be very helpful.
Yeah,
I
I
don't, what keeps coming,
Go ahead.
wait, one,
Oh, Grisel,
sorry,
you can go ahead.
my, my connection's a little bad. For me, like what keeps coming into my mind, just like about what we've been talking today, is like, I don't know how we could do this like with Apostle JT or even if it's like with you, but like of like
Mm.
having a structure of like each of our personal goals kind of to
Yeah,
work through. Do you know what I mean?
I know
Mm.
exactly. Did you see the module, the goal setting module in the school community by any chance?
No.
Oh, you gotta check it
Did
out.
I missing something?
He
Okay, I'm
he
gonna check it out.
he talked about like how to set goals. It's
Hmm.
called SMART goals. I'll give you the summary right now, but you should still check it out where he
I
talks
will.
about how you need to SMART goals is an acronym. So it's specific, measurable, achievable, uh, relevant, and timely. So specific is because you can't hit a target that you can't see. So make it as specific as possible. I want to make X amount of dollars by this time. Measurable. Okay, I'm making this right now. Am I progressing moving forward? Achievable. The way that I measure this one is just from a an author that I like. He's a salesperson. He says that take the number of the biggest month that you've ever made and multiply it by maybe 10 or 20%. That's realistic or achievable. Relevant. Relevant is like, how will it change your life? Like you have to know why. So I was like, okay, this will be walking in alignment with my purpose because I'm going to be helping people in this way. And then timely means there needs to be numbers, like okay, by this date, I need to do it by this time. And then I think he said along the lines of, okay, now that you have the goal, you have the direction, do something every single day that moves you towards that goal. So he talks about it in the module, but I don't remember all of it off dome. But now it's like, how can you do everybody's specific goals? Um, in that, like I just asked Coach JT because I just asked Coach JT when we're on here. Like I'll be like, Coach, I have this thought. Um, I have this situation and this situation. I found that the best way to get good answers is to ask good contextual questions. So it's like, hey coach, I have this situation. I've tried this, this, and this. Um, what I'm confused about is this specific thing. Can you tell me what about this specific thing I should change? Because then it shows that you've put in work and it gives him basically nuggets to pull on to see like what it is that you need.
Mm, that's good.
Yeah, and I think I talked about that too in like the how to ask questions module. So if you haven't checked out the modules, check out the modules
I will do that. Thank you.
for sure. Andre, Lisa, you guys have any more questions?
I really would like to get into like the whole structure in itself more so then I can um put my pitch or what do you call it, my offer
Yeah.
together because I definitely do have like understanding of what they are within the category or the part of the offer, but I just need to like put it together.
Yeah, guys, don't be afraid to comment in the community too. Like, because these calls are only once, now it's gonna be once a month. So take advantage of the tab because
Yeah,
I'll be looking at them and if there's a question that I don't know the answer to, I'll just text it to Coach JT. But all
nice.
right then guys, I gotta go. It's been
Thanks,
awesome.
bro.
Let's freaking kill this thing. Yeah, I'm feeling
Let's
how Andre's
go.
feeling.
Thank
Let's run it.
you. Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you guys.
Bye. See y'all later.
Bye.